Hello everyone, welcome. So I have a new club kit from Spellbinders that I get to show you in today's video. And this is their Stitching Die of the Month club. If you've watched any of my past videos, you probably know that I adore stitching dies. So of course, I'm going to be showing the new stitching dies every month from Spellbinders. This month it's called Nested Stitched Burst. And unfortunately, this sold out super fast, so it's no longer available. So I'm going to offer you some inspiration if you have this club kit and some advice that if you are interested in these stitching dies, go ahead and sign up for their monthly membership to these club kits so that you will be assured a stitching die every month. So as you can see, there are several pieces to this die set. They also have an add-on stamp set for this stitching die, and it's called Sentimental Greetings. This stamp set is still available, however, if you're interested in it. And all of these sentiments are just fabulous. There's one for many different occasions, and they all fit perfectly within this sunburst. Let me show you. But of course, you can stamp these wherever you'd like on your card. I love the sentiment that says stitched with love, so those will go for all of your stitching dies. And there's make a wish, thank you, for you, just saying hello, happy birthday to a dear friend, thinking of you, Merry Christmas, hope you get well soon, and you brighten my every day. So there are a lot of stitching videos or tutorials available out there, so I'm not going to stitch the whole thing on camera. I'm just going to show you how I get started. I like to tape down my ends, and then I can get right into the stitching. I enjoy the stitching so much. I like to kind of weed it through my fingers as I pull it so that it doesn't knot up. This helps a lot. I'm using some white embroidery floss. I didn't have any white in my stash, so I had to run to Hobby Lobby to pick some up. However, Spellbinders does carry embroidery floss on their website if you want to purchase it online. This has 6 strands to it, but I pulled it apart so that I'm using just 3 strands. And then there are etched detailing on these dies so you know exactly where to put the thread. But of course, you can stitch this however you'd like. I usually cut out 2 of the die cut pieces and glue them together just to add a little more stability. However, this time I forgot to do that. I was just so excited to get stitching. But it works just fine with 1 layer as well. But I'm going to go all the way around this star with this white embroidery floss. That's why I use such a long piece, because I don't like to have to stop and get out more floss. I like to just try and do it in one go round. But here is the first one all done. Let me show you a close-up look at that. Behind my sunshine, I want a little bit of a blue sky, just an indication of a blue sky. So I'm using some Simon Hurley ink called Blue Skies, or is it Clear Skies? Sorry, yeah, Clear Skies. I want to leave a lot of the white cardstock showing. And once this is done, I'm going to glue the star kind of up at the top of this panel. I'm just using some liquid glue to do this. I decided to cut out another star without the stitching. And I'm going to attach this to the yellow star that you see there on the right. This will just give it a little more dimension and sturdiness. I'm going to pull out an acrylic block and just set that on top and just allow it to dry. I'll pull out one more here just to give it a little more weight. This little piece I stitched with some gold embroidery floss, and I'm attaching it to my pink piece there. And then I can glue this piece in the center of my starburst or sunshine. For this card, I'm going to be stamping out my sentiment at the bottom. This is the one that says, "You brighten my every day." And I thought that was perfect to go along with my sunshine. Now I can attach the sunshine. And since I added it to another piece of cardstock, I could have added even more dimension with some foam squares. But I'm just going to glue it down flat, and then I can attach this panel to my card base. I'll add a few gold gems to this panel. And then that's all I'm going to do on this card. I love the texture and just the fun, interesting, surprising element that the stitching provides. These cards are so much fun to send out into the mail. Okay, so I have to play with it for a second card. This one I went all out with the stitching. I used pink and dark pink and yellow. Here's a look at the back. I just have all of my ends taped down. And this is a piece of Dune cardstock. Dune cardstock goes out of stock a lot at the Spellbinders shop, but it's one of my favorites from them. I cut out the starburst with some pink sand cardstock and stitched it with some embroidery floss that matched the Dune cardstock perfectly. So it's very subtle. And I'm going to glue this in the middle of the stitched panel. And then this time I'm not using the very center circle piece because I'm going to attach my sentiment there. And I stamped it out onto another piece of Dune cardstock. I had to stamp it out a second time because my first stamping was wrong. When I went to put it down inside the sunburst, it was crooked. So you just have to watch where you're stamping it on this piece. I'm going to pop it in my Mini Misty this time and stamp it out straight. And then, of course, this time I used the one that says Stitched with Love, which is just perfect for these cards. I'll use more liquid glue to attach it to a white card base. I'm using a lot of glue just around the stitching and on top of the tape. The last thing I'm going to do is add a few gemstones, and I'm putting them right over the stitching holes at the top of the card as well as the bottom. These gems are a pretty yellow. They're called Aura AB, and they match my yellow stitching really well. Okay, so let me show you a close-up look at this gorgeous card. So what do you think of all of that stitching? It was so fun to put together. And again, I'll leave the links to all of these products in the description box if you want to check them out. I am so excited about this new stitching die of the month from Spellbinders. And again, if you're interested in it, I would go ahead and subscribe to it. I'm wondering if it's not going to sell out really fast each month. Thanks for spending some of your time with me today. I hope you were inspired. Take care, my crafty friends. Bye.